Hello and welcome back to NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade. Ross Gordon joined now by the head coach of the women's basketball program here at Norfolk State, fresh off of a very solid JU Thanksgiving Classic after the Spartans fell 55-52 here at home to LaSalle. Responded well in both comeback fashions, 57-52 over North Florida and then 71-64 over Jacksonville in overtime, Coach. And we talked about that LaSalle ball game, but we just didn't finish that ball game. And then the next two ball games, we did a great job of finishing ball games.
Yeah, it's when you look at things overall, we've been playing really well lately. We won 4 out of our last 5. Obviously, the LaSalle game we kind of gave away. But I'm proud of where our team is going. We talked about it after the Liberty game. Hey, it's 4 out of 5 new starters. And our defense wasn't like it was supposed to be, and now it's getting there.
We looked at the first half against Jacksonville where we just couldn't see them miss. They were 7 of 10 in the first half from deep. They outscored us a big in the first half, but then our defense started to take over. We held them to just 16 points in the second half.
Yeah, well, I felt like in the beginning of that Jacksonville game, sometimes in those multi-team tournaments, when you see a team play the day before, you kind of underestimate them going in. So we kind of felt like we were the better team in that tournament. So I felt like they came out. They kind of knew that we could have been just a little bit better. So they came out fired up, and they smacked us early. They pushed the ball down our throats in transition. I mean, they just did an excellent job to start that basketball game. But the team came together. I didn't say anything. They came together as a group, and they were like, we're going to get stops. And they got one stop at a time. And once we got those, defense is our best offense.
We outscored them 34-16 in the second half, and it was almost the same sort of formula against North Florida. They got out a little bit, and we came back in that ball game. And, again, we had to get one late from LaDeja. She had a solid game in that ball game, and it was good to see her and the rest of his team after struggling down the stretch against LaSalle here. When you had plays, you had opportunities, it didn't make them, and then LaDeja hits that layup to go up to and then to eventually win the ball game.
Yeah, I was really happy for LaDeja. I was really happy for her because, like you said, she had a 3 to kind of win the game against LaSalle, and it just rattled out. And, we'll call them good misses because there's times where you shoot the ball perfectly, it just kind of rattled out on you. And that was a good miss. So to go from that very next game, she hits the game-winning layup. I was definitely happy for her. The North Florida game we had to come back at the end, but it was more like a tit-for-tat all game. And then they hit some shots at the end of the third that kind of separated a little bit. I think it took it to 8, and then we had to kind of chip in. But like you said, we've been resilient these last 2 games. Marshall, we came back from 23 to take the lead in the fourth, and we just kind of let that slip. But like I said, Liberty, we did the same thing. They took a little bit of the lead. We came back, and they extended in the fourth, and we haven't been allowing teams to do that on us as of late.
30 points, 10 steals for Shanette Hicks in the last ball game. That's a pretty good stat line.
Yeah.
Love to have one of those.
Yeah, and she had 6 rebounds, too.
Not bad. Close to flirting with a triple-double again. It's just her ability to make plays in difficult moments. She hit the layup to put us up, to tie the ball game down the stretch, and that's after a miss. She got on rebound and put it back up and in. Yeah. But her leadership is what really pushes us.
Well, I mean, Shanette's special, but just not Shanette like LaDeja. I'm so proud of Michaela Jones. She hasn't played basketball in 2 years, and she jumped right into a starting role here. We put a lot of pressure on her. And I got to tell my other captains, like, hey, she hasn't played in 2 years. I think she had like 11-8 yesterday. So I'm proud of this whole group overall. Armani came in both games and did an excellent job at the end, forcing turnovers. I think Monty had like 4 steals in 18 minutes yesterday. Like I said, from our first conversation after Liberty to, defensively, what kind of team are we going to be? To right now, we kind of know what team we're going to be. I'm definitely proud of this group. And, for me, this is the most 7-5-7 players we've had. We have 5. Shanette special, LaDeja, she's going to be all conference. Twins been doing a good job, Armani and Good Hope, and then Talia. Well, we have 6 7-5-7 players. So please come out and see this basketball team. We play on Thursday. We won 4 out of our last 5. We're trending upward, which is where you want to be going in the finals. And I think this team is different from like my first team. My first team, we just played one end of the floor. We just played defense. But this team, we can do both. We can score with you if you want to score, and we can play defense with you if you want to play defense. And this is the time. This is the team, the type of team. I think people should really come out and see.
Coach, you're doing a good job of putting your team into the Final Four of the college football playoff.
No.
It sounded good.
I'm just trying to get beat. We don't want to play at no bye. Well, we want the bye in the MEAC tournament. I'll take that. But I mean, like, everybody who's seen us play has said they really they've enjoyed seeing this team play. So if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this, and we're coming to a gym near you, please.
Two big games this week.
Huge games.
Thursday it starts with Longwood.
Yes.
They're coming in, and they've lost a couple, but they played really well over the last couple of weeks. And the second-year head coach, they've won some games that maybe not a lot of people thought they would win. And then Hampton on Saturday. We start with Longwood. That team's playing well. What do we have to do on Thursday?
Well, Coach, she came from that Navy system, and we struggle with Navy and the type of actions they run. So we're going to have to be locked in 1 through 10, and we're going to have to really shoot the basketball well. And then going into this weekend after that, we have the Battle of the Bay, which is at Hampton this year on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So.
Hey, we'll see you on those two, but good couple weeks, good week for us. Again, winners of three of the last 4 ball games, 4 of the last 5 here over the last couple of weeks, and we're glad to see the women doing well early in the season. We'll see you on Thursday against Longwood. That's Coach Larry Vickers. As we continue along, we'll see you next time on Thursday as the Spartans host Longwood right here on NSUSpartans.com, fueled by Gatorade.
Go Spartans.